What would you do if a single moment of courage could rewrite your entire future? In the heart of a crowded city park, where joggers weave through paths and vendors hawk their wares, a tiny figure stood frozen, her eyes wide with fear and determination. 6-year-old Lily Carter clutched her worn teddy bear, its button eyes dangling by a thread, as she watched a man collapse onto the grass, his face pale, his hands clutching his chest. The world around her buzzed with indifference, but for Lily, time slowed. She didn't know who he wasn't that he needed help. Lily's life hadn't been easy. Raised by her single mother, Sarah, in a cramped apartment on the city's edge, she knew hunger as well as she knew her ABCs. Sarah worked double shifts at a diner, her hands calloused, her smile weary but warm. Lily spent her days at the park, sketching flowers in a tattered notebook, dreaming of a world where her mother didn't cry over bills. That day, the park was her escape, but fate had other plans. She dropped her teddy bear and ran to the man, her small voice piercing the crowd's murmurs. Mister, are you okay? No response. His eyes fluttered, his breath ragged. Lily's heart raced. She'd seen a video at school about emergencies. Her tiny hands fumbled for her mother's old phone, tucked in her pocket for games. She dialed 911, her voice trembling but clear as she described the scene. He's not moving right. Hurry. The operator's calm instructions guided her, and she stayed by his side, whispering, "You're gonna be okay, mister," as if her words could anchor him to life. Minutes later, paramedics swarmed the scene, stabilizing the man Edward Grayson, a billionaire tech mogul whose name adorned skyscrapers. Lily didn't know his wealth or his power. To her, he was just a person, and she'd saved him. As they wheeled him away, Edward's eyes met hers, a flicker of gratitude cutting through his pain. Lily picked up her teddy bear and returned to her sketches, unaware that her life was about to change. Weeks later, a sleek black car pulled up outside Lily's apartment. Sarah, exhausted from another shift, opened the door to a sharply dressed woman named Clara, Edward's assistant. Clara revealed that Edward had been searching for the girl who saved him. "He wants to meet her," she said, her tone soft but urgent. Sarah hesitated. Billionaires didn't belong in their world, but Lily's curious eyes convinced her. At Edward's sprawling penthouse, Lily clutched her mother's hand, awestruck by the glittering city below. Edward, still recovering, sat in a leather chair, his stern face softening when he saw her. "You're the bravest person I've ever met," he told Lily, his voice rough but kind. She giggled, shy, unaware of the weight of his words. Edward learned of their struggles, the unpaid bills, the leaking roof, Sarah's endless shifts. He saw something in Lily's spark, her unselfish courage, that stirred a long-dormant part of him. Once a ruthless businessman, Edward had grown cynical, his wealth a hollow shield. Lily's act cracked that shield. Then came the twist. Clara wasn't just an assistant. She was Edward's estranged daughter, who distanced herself from his cold ambition years ago. Lily's story, splashed across local news, had reached Clara, prompting her to return not for money, but to see if her father could change. She watched, skeptical, as Edward promised to fund Lily's education, secure a better home for her and Sarah, and establish a foundation in Lily's name to help other children. Clara's presence forced Edward to confront his past neglect, adding depth to his gratitude. Her quiet tears as she hugged Lily spoke of a healing neither expected. Months later, Lily's life transformed. She attended a bright new school, her sketches now filling colorful notebooks. Sarah worked fewer hours, her smile brighter. Edward, guided by Clara's cautious trust, became a mentor to Lily, teaching her about the world while learning from her boundless heart. The foundation flourished, touching lives across the city. Lily never forgot that day in the park, her teddy bear now patched, a symbol of her courage. In the end, it wasn't just Lily's life that changed. Edward found purpose beyond wealth. Clara found a father worth forgiving, and a city found hope in a child's bravery. A single moment, a single choice, rippled outward, proving that even the smallest heart can shift the world. Yendi.